Today's video is sponsored by Lockit, a home insurance startup based in the UK. Stay tuned to find out more. You have two options when starting a smart home. The option that still allows for a social life and occasional sex with a lady, and Home Assistant. I still have sex with a lady! Isn't that right, wife? Yes! You either make your home very Alexa-centric with off-the-shelf solutions, or you buy yourself a Raspberry Pi and marvel in wonder as your virginity grows back. I will take a shovel to your head! But the problem with relying on Amazon's cloud is that you're betting against Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos' corporate greed, a man who literally has a TV show called Not Enough Yachts. I'm here at Dibden. Not enough yachts. What if you didn't have to choose? What if there was a guide that would teach you all of the things that you should buy for your Amazon Echo that will also work with Home Assistant, just in case further down the line you decide you hate your penis? Yeah! I actually love Home Assistant, so I like making people very angry on the internet. I decided I would do a guide to everything that I would buy if I was starting over, so that people can start out with something simple, but later on graduate to Home Assistant should they decide to do so. There are light bulbs that actually cost the least amount of money, but have the most compatibility. There are plug sockets that you can use to turn that lamp in the corner of your room into a smart lamp without having to buy a smart home hub. You might be wondering, is there a light switch that I can install that won't cut power to my smart bulbs so that I won't have to murder my spouse? We're going to cover everything from whether you actually need a Zigbee hub, to curtain motors, to using your mouth hole to control your TV. Let's do it. Amazon do the best variety of speakers with the greatest level of device compatibility. This is an unarguable point that even Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, can't deny. Isn't that right, Tim Cook?
Rubbish! Not made by Apple or one of our partners that we've charged an exorbitant fee to. Isn't that right, Lord Vader? Stop buying it, Lord Vader!
All the Apple fans right now are just like, don't go anywhere. This whole video is actually geared towards you and Google Home users too, because almost every device in today's video is compatible with both systems. With all that said, the correct choice for a smart home speaker is the full-sized Amazon Echo, because it has the best sound of any of the speakers on the market, but most importantly, it's the cheapest speaker on the market that has a built-in Zigbee hub. This means that you could pair this motion sensor from ZEMISMART directly to the built-in Zigbee hub of the Amazon Echo to start such important routines as this classic.
There's a wanker in the dining room. Get down there and stove his head in.
Or pair this door sensor directly to the Amazon Echo for such important tasks as middle-aged dad replacement.
The bloody door is open.
My point is this: the Amazon Echo is the only one of my speakers that has a built-in Zigbee hub. And this means that I can pair things directly to it without having to buy an additional hub, so that I can do stuff like have my porch light come on automatically when there is motion detected. Amazon actually do 3 speakers that have this capability: the Amazon Echo Studio, the Amazon Echo Show, and the full-sized Amazon Echo. The latter being the cheapest option at £65, and if you're interested in any of them, there are links in the description as to where you can pick one up. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're not subscribed. I did warn you a few weeks ago that if you didn't subscribe, Amber Heard would come round and do a grumpy on your bed. Some of you unsubscribed because you wanted that. What I didn't tell you was she's been eating chili. I suggest you press that subscribe button now, or there'll be trouble. Pooh. And now, a word from our sponsor, Lockit. Reginald, did you know that Lockit could give you a discount on your insurance premium simply for having protective smart home doodads in your house? Reginald, this is the 5th advertisement we have made for Lockit. Lockit is a UK-based home insurance startup that could give you a fairer price on your home insurance premium simply for having smart home equipment that protects your home. Isn't that right, Reginald? Use the Lockit app to manage your policy, access member benefits, increase and decrease your cover, change your excess, add or remove power-ups like accidental damage, and let them know if you've added more smart home tech to see if it will reduce your premium even further. Mr. Barrowfilth of Rotherham had this to say. Lockit gave me a free water leak sensor, which is just as well because our Barry's constantly p***ing himself.
Get him out!
We'll still get paid, though.
Get out!
I will still
Get out!
We'll still get paid, though, won't
Get
I?
out! Don't have that kind of smut here.
If you sign up for the Lockit Insiders program, you could get completely free smart home tech such as the Ring Video Doorbell, Yale water leak sensors, a home extinguisher from LifeSafe Technologies, and even a sonic shutoff valve from Hero Labs. Any smart home tech that Lockit give you for free is yours to keep forever. To find out more, click the link in the description now. And now, back to our main feature. IKEA actually sell an absolutely fantastic range of Zigbee bulbs, as demonstrated here by my beautiful wife. And just like with the sensors we've just discussed, all of those bulbs will connect directly to the Amazon Echo. Oh my god, why is Paul Hibbert's wife hotter than the sun when he's so bloody ugly? IKEA's trad-fry smart home bulbs are ultra cheap. In some cases, they're bloody lovely to look at too, and will connect straight to the built-in Zigbee hub on your Amazon Echo, but they will also connect directly to Home Assistant using a CONBEE stick when you're ready to take that next step. IKEA do bayonet fittings, various screw-type bulbs, and they make possibly the cheapest Zigbee GU10 smart home bulb on the market at just £7. Paul Hibbert's an idiot! You could just buy Wi-Fi bulbs and get way more variety!
The repeated use of violence in this show is very distracting and not funny. Unsubscribe!
A few Wi-Fi bulbs in your smart home isn't actually a bad thing, and there are loads that I recommend. But once you get past a certain threshold, your router starts to die. And this is why I recommend IKEA stuff for most of your standard lighting, but if you want some really cool accent lights, most of the options are Wi-Fi. I recommend stuff from YEELIGHT, SHELLY, and any manufacturer that uses the Toya Smart Life platform such as ZEMISMART. All three of those options will work directly with this thing, but should you later on graduate to Home Assistant, they will work locally on your network, and this is a really important point. Local control means that if the company that you've bought the product from goes bust tomorrow, all of your stuff will stay working. It's inevitable that you're going to buy some cloud-based stuff because some of it is just too pretty to ignore. Govee stuff, for example, works directly with the Amazon Echo and does work with Home Assistant, but it's all cloud-based. This means if Govee goes bust, all of your stuff is going to stop responding. Govee are a decent-sized and very popular product, so I don't think you have a great deal to worry about. If you have a flaky internet connection though, it's a serious consideration because if your internet goes down, you won't be able to control the devices either. So although I do recommend their products because they are awesome, it's worth considering IKEA, Toya, YEELIGHT, and SHELLY first. There are links to all of these products in the description. Go check them out. IKEA's buttons and motion sensors are awesome for doing very basic stuff, but there are more versatile options on the market that will cost about the same amount of money. The IKEA trad-fry motion sensor, for example, works outside, which makes it very, very exciting, but it can only control a couple of IKEA bulbs. You can't pair it directly to the Amazon Echo, which means unfortunately you can't start an Alexa routine to turn on this Shelly bulb, for example. Nor could you start a routine to make Alexa talk like my dad.
The bloody door is open.
The IKEA motion sensor is great for turning on a couple of garden lights, but for anything indoors, I recommend this Zigbee motion sensor from ZEMISMART because it will connect directly to the Amazon Echo, but later on when you graduate, will also connect directly to a CONBEE stick for Home Assistant. For £12.55, ZEMISMART do a door sensor, which also works directly with the Amazon Echo and Home Assistant too. As with all the products in today's video, they're linked in the description. So you don't need a separate Zigbee hub, do you? Well, it depends. Because if you want to do anything more than simple door sensors and motion sensors, Amazon doesn't recognize any other Zigbee products. It kind of goes, I found a light switch! I don't like it. You won't have this problem with Wi-Fi devices, but if you want to connect Zigbee devices that are more complicated than opening and closing a door or waving your hand in front of a thing, then you're going to need a Zigbee bridge from somebody. This one from ZEMISMART is my favorite because it's exceedingly cheap, has loads of devices, and all of the devices that are compatible with it are also compatible with Home Assistant, and is also compatible with HomeKit 2 if you're an Apple fan. Everything from cheap curtain motors, to blind motors, to temperature sensors, to water leak sensors, the range is pretty much endless. ZEMISMART haven't sponsored this video, they're featuring heavily because I've tried all of these devices and they're absolutely awesome for a ridiculously low price tag. These two Zigbee light switches, for example, come in UK and US variants. They're both under 20 quid, they don't require a neutral wire, and when you pair them to the bridge, they will advertise themselves to Amazon, Google, and Apple HomeKit. Most importantly though, these switches don't upset your smart bulbs, unlike the majority of the things I've tried.
I believe it. Why are you turning off? I'm in the seventh circle of hell. Ah, excellent.
And just like everything on this list, you can take those same switches, throw the hub in a bin, and connect them directly to a CONBEE stick and make them work in Home Assistant should later on your virginity grow back. Battery-powered switches will allow for magic in the bedroom. This button has never been used. In that clip, I'm using a Bluetooth button from a company called Flick, and they are the best of the best. But you could save yourself quite a bit of money by buying the buttons that work with this ZEMISMART hub for like £12. They're linked in the description. For electrical sockets, you either have the testicular fortitude to wire them directly into the mains, or you don't. If you do, then these Wi-Fi mains powered sockets from GE Electrical work with one of my favourite smart home companies called BROADLINK. If you pair these sockets to the BROADLINK app and then install the BROADLINK Alexa skill, you'll be able to control these sockets with your voice and as part of routines. The most amazing thing though is if your virginity does grow back, they'll pair directly with Home Assistant over your network as part of the setup process for Home Assistant. This is as easy as it gets, and they run completely locally. If your testicles are slightly smaller, and I don't blame you,
Okay, that shouldn't have happened.
then my recommendation is this Zigbee socket from ZEMISMART. It will work directly with your Amazon Echo, and when you graduate, it will work directly with Home Assistant via the CONBEE stick. I feel like I've been forgetting to do something for this entire episode.
Home Assistant! Home Assistant! Home Assistant!
And now anyone that hasn't watched me before thinks that I've got something desperately wrong with me. In jokes. You look like I have sex with inanimate objects since 2018.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, screw me. Screw me just like that. Screw me. Screw me harder. Screw me faster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, oh.
Finally, TV control. And there's only really one option now. BROADLINK are absolutely brilliant at this, and a BROADLINK RM4 Pro will see you right to be able to control your TV using your face hole. The BROADLINK RM4 Pro can act in place of any infrared or RF remote, which means that not only can it control your TV to change channel, it can also turn on infrared devices such as TVs and projectors and AV equipment, but also can turn on things like this infrared candle. But on top of this, it can also control RF devices, which is super important for me because I have an RF controlled projector screen, and this thing now lowers as part of the routine that happens when I turn on the living room. It's still one of my favorite ever devices ever since I discovered it way back in 2016. This thing is an absolute staple of the smart home community, and if you buy one thing off today's list, it should probably be this. It works with Amazon and Google, but most importantly, it works locally with Home Assistant with a little bit of fiddling. With quite a lot of fiddling. That's it. I just want to reiterate I am a massive Home Assistant fan. My virginity grew back a very long time ago. I know, though, that the Home Assistant community can take a joke. They've always been really good about this sort of thing. I won't see you all next week because I will likely have a Raspberry Pi embedded in my skull thanks to some very angry rabid dork. But subscribe anyway because, I don't know, who knows? My hot missus might carry this on after I'm gone. In the meantime, there are links in the description as to where you can pick up anything you've seen in today's video, and if you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video, and more people should see it. I've already told you to subscribe, so, do that. These are my patrons, and without them, this video would not exist. I would have given up on this a very, very long time ago. They help buy some of the equipment in today's show, and if you want to be one of these incredible people, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. Get out of my face. Stop it. Nisha's trying to sleep next door. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. You look like I have sex with inanimate objects since 2018.
Oh, yeah.